our little big gulp. So yeah, 74 Fahrenheit coming out of the Big Gulp Dust Hood with these 12-volt fans. If we pull this to see what the rest of the room is like, then we can see, if you let me go past this bridge, the rest of the room is climbing up there. Doesn't seem all that hot. 79. Let's go outside. If we go outside, we'll see the setup. It's not a perfect setup by any means, but the setup is the following. It's the late evening. It's pulling air in and down into a chamber 7 feet down. Thank you. That chamber is 1 meter by 1 meter, and its height is about 70 centimeters. And so it's just going down. There's a chamber down there with cinder block in it with burlap cloth at the water line, and then it comes up through here, and we have another one of those same fans right there. One fan doesn't have enough pull in it. One fan doesn't have enough push. So we have two 12-volt fans. We're running them on this here. You can see that this is a 120 volt to 12 volt converter. And then I have this here plugged into it. That's all there is to it. And this is based on Bill Mollison's idea of taking cooler air, passing it through the earth, and then bringing it into the house. It's not ideal. It's really not that much of a difference, but it does take the edge off. And these are 12-volt pumps, albeit we're running them on 110, converting to 12-volt right now, but it is solar power, so it's going from 12 volts to 110 and then back to 12. Very inefficient, but this is just a proof of concept. And then if we had to, then we could run it off of solar charged batteries, because it's a 12-volt system. For some reason, the 12-volt socket in our RV has never worked, so we have to do it this way for now. But that's the idea. It's not as not producing as much as I would have liked, and the digging down to get 7 feet down, and if we'd done a longer trench or a bigger chamber, perhaps we'd get more cooling power. But we hit the water table at 7 feet. There were only a couple of us digging, and that was by hand, so we made it the size basically of an IBC tank bottom, and we put cinder block down, and then we put the IBC tank bottom, and we did a piece of plywood, and then we poured all the sand back in. So it's just a shallow chamber in there. There's so much more that can be done with this concept, and I really think if we were doing it again, we'd want to have the trench go from all the way here all the way, and even longer. The longer you make it, the trench, the better. But we didn't have trenching equipment. We just had shovels, and there's no redoing it now, and we wouldn't have known the best way to cover it. I guess we could have gotten a lot of plywood and made this narrow chamber. That would have been better. Anyway, the concept is strong. I'm not going to discourage this, but you do need strong fans, and these aren't even maybe strong enough. As I said, there's one there, and then this is the 12-volt system that runs it all. Right. And then there's that one there going in. And so to go back inside, we'll have to try this tomorrow in the heat of the day. We just got it hooked up now because it really isn't It's getting cool outside right now. So let's go back inside and let's see. Let's see. So inside it's a whopping 80 degrees. 81 actually. Still retaining the heat of the day. So if we put this here on the middle screen, then we can see that it's dropped down to 74. So this is cooling the house, 73. And that's what we're hoping for. To cool down these. And I have to ask my wife, does it smell bad? No. So before that swampy smell we had, that's gone.
Yes.
Alright, so I have to ask Nye, does it smell bad? He doesn't
He
know.
sneezed the first time, now he's not
No, he's not sneezing, okay. So we have 73 degree air coming in to a room that otherwise is 80, 81. And that's nice. That's a nice. Maybe it'll cool this place off. So we will see. Yeah, it's definitely, ooh, 82. If I move this up higher, of course, hot air rises. So it's 83, 84 up here, 85, 86. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 80, 83, 82 up the roof. The higher you go, 82, I guess. That's what it is in here. Of course, down at the floor, things are cooler. So there's a 2 to 3 degree difference between the floor, ooh, even more, between the floor, 79, and the ceiling, which is going to climb back up. 79, 80. Yeah, so the higher you go, the hotter it is. And that's why this Alright, so all we got to do is just keep this on long enough and it cools down the house. It makes a racket though. Are you pleased?
Yeah, it's better. Good.
Yeah, so
Good job.
good job.
Yeah, good
So
job.
this is what you do when you don't have air conditioning. And now if we put fans in the room, we could circulate this 73 degree air throughout the house. What we have to see is what happens in the very heated part of the day, the hottest part. But I think it's fun to note that it's right out there. There you can see it, right? Pulling the air in, down there, goes down, under the ground, 7 feet, comes up, and comes in that way. 2 fans. First time that we've seen it successfully working. Ooh, it's even gotten down to 72. The problem is going to be, of course, that during the heat of the day, those metal pipes are going to heat up. So I'm going to have to probably insulate them so that they don't. Maybe I could just use, I just wrap them in burlap and wet it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get burlap and wet it and wrap it around them, and then it may even cool it down further. So that's the next experiment to do. There we go.